Hello students, today we are starting with Biology class 12th new syllabus chapter number 14, that is Ecosystem and Energy Flow. We are starting with a new chapter. Okay. When I say ecosystem and energy flow, let us first study the definition of ecosystem. When I say ecosystem, an ecosystem is a self-regulating and self-sustaining structural and functional unit of nature. Every organism, every surrounding has its functional unit. So here, for the environment, for the nature, ecosystem is doing the function of is working as an functional unit. Okay, an ecosystem is the self-regulating and self-sustaining structural and functional unit of nature. It plays the role of functional unit. Okay, it is doing the work of functional unit of nature. When dividing the environment, there are two types of factors, that is biotic factors, abiotic factors. Okay, two type of factors are there. First one is biotic factor, second one is abiotic factor. When I say biotic and abiotic means non-living organisms and biotic means living organisms. Okay, when I say abiotic, the word itself indicates abiotic means without life, without bio, and it means here only non-living organisms are included. Example is soil, water, light, inorganic nutrients, weather, etc. And when I say biotic, it includes producers and consumers. You can see here the abiotic factors such as fire is there, water is there, earthquake is there, deforestation is there, sun is there. Okay, all the abiotic factors means all the non-living things are included in abiotic factors. And biotic factors, all living things are included. See here, like mushroom, an owl, and microorganism, flower, butterfly, all the life, where life exists, we can say. Okay, biotic factors means where life exists. They are included in biotic factors. Biotic components, they interact with each other and also with the surrounding environment. When we say biotic component, the biotic components normally can interact with each other. Okay, means two living organisms can interact with each other. Yes or no? Two living organisms can interact with each other. Means two biotic components can interact with each other and also with the surrounding environment. It also interact with the surrounding environment. Ecosystem. This term ecosystem was coined by A.G. Tansley. This term of ecosystem was coined by the scientist A.G. Tansley. And ecosystem consists of two words, eco and system. When I say eco, means it is related to environment, and system, it is related to interactions. Okay, so this term ecosystem was first coined by A.G. Tansley and it means interaction with the environment. It means interaction with the environment. When I say ecosystem, it varies greatly in size from small pond to large oceans or from small farmland to villages. Ecosystem varies greatly. It is of various size. It can be from small pond to large oceans or from small farmland to big villages. It all comprises of ecosystem. Entire biosphere can be considered as one global ecosystem and it can be made up of many local ecosystems. Entire biosphere, entire atmosphere, okay, that can be considered as one global ecosystem. We can consider it as a one global ecosystem and which has to be made with different small local ecosystem. Okay, since the earth ecosystem is too big and too complex to be studied, because it is too big, it is too complex to be studied, and Earth ecosystem is really very big, you all know. So it is very big and very complex to be studied. So it is divided into two types. There are two types of ecosystem. Because it is very big and it is very complex to be studied, so it has been divided into two parts. That is terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. Okay, it is divided into two types, that is terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. Terrestrial means it includes forest, grassland, desert, etc. And aquatic means it includes pond, lake, river, estuary, wetland, etc. Means all the place where water is present is considered as aquatic ecosystem. And the place where water is not present, that means on land, it is considered as terrestrial ecosystem. Next we will study about the classification of ecosystem. Ecosystem is classified into two types, that is natural ecosystem, artificial ecosystem. When I say natural, the name itself indicates natural means it is made naturally, there will be no man-made involvement. And artificial means it will be completely made by man. Okay. So natural ecosystem means they are capable of operating and maintaining themselves without any major interference by man. That means they are natural, it is not interfered by man, there is no interference of man. They are capable of operating and maintaining themselves. There will be no involvement of any human beings in natural ecosystem. Whereas artificial ecosystem are maintained by man. Man has to maintain the artificial ecosystem. Okay, this has to be manipulated by man for different purpose. Man has to do different work for different purpose in maintaining the artificial ecosystem. Example for artificial ecosystem is artificial lakes and reservoirs, township and cities. Okay, so there are two types of ecosystem, that is terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. Okay, and there are when classification goes on, again there are two types, that is natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. When it is natural, that means it is completely operated by naturally themselves, there will be no human interference. And artificial ecosystem means they are maintained by man and they are manipulated by man. Okay, completely means there will be human interference. Okay. In this chapter we were supposed to study about structure of ecosystem, productivity, food chain, food web, nutrient cycle such as phosphorus cycle, carbon cycle, okay, and nitrogen cycle, degradation and energy loss, energy flow. But since there is a 25% reduction in your syllabus, major of these topics are deleted, so we will not be studying these topics. Okay, now let us focus on the topics that are deleted from this chapter, that is 14.1 ecosystem, 14.2 energy flow, 14.3 ecological pyramids, 14.4 nutrient cycles. All the three cycles are deleted, that is phosphorus cycle, carbon cycle and nitrogen cycle. And 14.6 ecosystem services. Okay, so all these topics are deleted from this chapter, means I can say that major part of the chapter is deleted. Only the topic that you have to study in this chapter for your examination is 14.5 ecological succession. You have to study about ecological succession. This topic, that is ecological succession, we will start in our next lecture. Okay, so today we have completed the introduction part of the chapter. Actual part that you have to study for exam is ecological succession. This we will start with our next lecture. So I hope everything is clear. Introduction part is clear. You have to remember types of, in this topic introduction, what you have to study is that ecosystem consists of two things, that is abiotic factors and biotic factors. Then abiotic factors examples, biotic factors examples. Then you have to study about who discovered the term ecosystem, that is A.G. Tansley. Then you have to study the types of ecosystem, terrestrial and aquatic. And then classification of ecosystem, that is natural and artificial ecosystem. Okay, so that's all with this topic, that is introduction part. We will continue this chapter in our next lecture. Thank you.